the Seattle Seahawks elevated Uchenna Nwosu from the practice squad, and that's the last hurdle, except for a couple more practice sessions tomorrow and Saturday to get him ready for Sunday's game with the Cardinals. Nwosu missed the first time he was on IR. It was due to getting a cheap block and injury in the last preseason game. He misses 4 games, and then he comes back, and on that very same game, he gets injured again, and this time it was his thigh. So he is set to return. And then as far as the special teams, another shakeup today. The Seattle Seahawks waived Dee Williams and picked up Jaelon Darden off waivers from the Cleveland Browns waiver wire. And so let's get to the video.
like it, man. I think it's, especially division opponents, you get a chance to, kind of correct some of your mistakes and then obviously try to take advantage of some things you thought went well. Going up against this team, a team that we saw a bunch, we know what they're doing, they know what we're doing. It's about who's going to execute better. And, going up against this team and knowing what's at stake, having, a week in between after that last game, I think for both teams, man, I know they're going to be fired up, especially at home, and I know we're going to be fired up. Everyone knows what's at stake. It's a big game because it's the next game, but also a division game. And so, we're fighting to get into the playoffs. They are as well. So it should be a great match. I said, we enjoy playing football, but, you get to go up against a team, you watch film on these guys. I don't have to watch like hours and hours of film and, watch, multiple games. It's really just one game in between. But like I said, you just know the opponent. Again, it was a great game, I thought, in our last game. And, I think it's going to be their D coordinator and their head coach work together on that. And I think they do a great job at, having multiple ways to give you similar looks. And you see on film where they get a lot of, free rushers. And, that's pretty hard to do. Teams are scheming up packages and stuff. But, they do a great job. They understand, their blitz patterns. They understand, the guys who are dropping in zones, where to get to. You can tell they rep it a bunch. They let their linebacker, he kind of quarterbacks the entire thing. And if they see you get into a check, they'll check out. And they feel like, you don't have an answer, they'll bring a blitz. So there's always that game of cat and mouse. I enjoy, that's one of the things I enjoy the most about playing quarterback. And we'll see what they have for us. It's going to be a different package when we get to the game, but we just got to be prepared to adjust and go out there and execute, make the plays happen. See, big hats off to Huff and Nuge and that entire group for preparing all the guys. And yeah, you said it, man. There's been a bunch of guys who stepped in and stepped up. But I was very pleased with the way that we ran the ball, especially in the second half of our last game. You see where those guys are getting a lot of continuity, and I think Abe being back is definitely helping Tao on that right side. And Olu's been doing a great job at just being a steady presence in there at center. And so we know those guys have got to continue to get better. We got a bunch of young guys up front who are still developing and still coming into their own. But I thought they played extremely well. The previous game gave me protection in the pocket, and they're only going to get better. Like I said, man, the more they gel, the more they play together, the more they hear the same calls, the more they can communicate, the better they'll be on the game. There's like the first play, there's the original play, and then there's the second play, which is unscripted. And so there's always like a design play. You want to try to attack a certain coverage. You want to get the ball in the window or high low or something like that. And then sometimes the defense does a great job of covering it. So I think we have some guys who are really, really good at extending plays, and Tyler Lockett is an example of a guy who's always going to find open window or become friendly to the quarterback when there's a scramble situation. DK did it in our first game against Arizona, and I think Jackson's done it all season, man. I think our guys do a great job in the scramble drill, and you're saying like be patient. I mean, the main thing is to get the ball out to the guy. You don't want to hold the ball back there forever. You got guys up, protecting in front and stuff, but. Getting the ball out on time is always getting in rhythm is always, our mindset. And then if we have to adjust on the fly, I think we've done a good job at that. I think we continue to work on it and get better.
A lot of guys just going out there and just trying to prove that the narrative that they have on the Seahawks is not true. And shout out to Coach Mike, man. He does a great job of inspiring everybody. Really uplifting guys, get guys fired up. He just does a great job in just leading us, and guys are taking the initiative. We have a lot of good leaders on the team as well, and guys are taking the initiative to do it themselves. And it's kind of like a competition out there. I see guys are like, okay, he's making plays, I'm trying to make plays too. So it's kind of building everybody up, and everybody's kind of trusting each other and believing in the scheme, and everybody's playing the athletic center there. So they can have like a full-time trainer on staff. They have like a room they can go in and get treatment. Cold tubs, ice machines, stuff that we do here, like, professional teams do, or, more other schools have that, my high school didn't. So just stuff to help us athletes be great. I know last year when I had my pec injury, that was kind of the first time I really got injured, really in my career. So I took some time off. Coaches told me to, stay home, be with your family, and then come back and join the team. So this year I didn't want to abandon the team. I wanted to be around those guys, keep being the leader that I am. Keep being a coach pretty much out there on the sideline, helping guys figure out how to beat certain blocks or how to play certain things that they're getting. So I was able to offer, you know, that part of my, you know, game, even though it's not on the field, it was more mental. And I felt like that was really important to those guys, and, you know, being their kind of quote-unquote cheerleaders on the sideline, I guess, to help them keep their confidence up.
We made some progress on stopping the run early on in the downs to get them pushed back a little bit for us to be able to rush. And I think when we did rush, we rushed well collectively together. Taking full advantage of guys, terrorizing guys, right? And I love to see it from him, man. That's our guy. He works hard. He deserves it. And no, we all just on the same page right now. We're all clicking. Leo's on fire. Mafe's on fire. Byron's doing well. D Hall's doing well. Draymond's doing very well. Everybody's doing well, man. Just we got to keep rolling, and then just get a whole group of grown men to believe in the process, to believe in the preparation, everything you do to that you need to do to be a good team. And I love what I'm seeing. I think I had a conversation with him before. I was, you know, of course you're a football junkie, watching football, so I was watching the game, and you know, I seen him on the sideline as he was a defensive coordinator with the Ravens, and he was just pumping the guys making plays. When you're a player and you see your coaches acting like that, man, that's an extra amount of juice that you have, an extra boost of energy that can bring the whole team together when all the coaches are juiced up. And you know, he's young, he's fiery, he's ready. He has playing great football right now, and he's a mastermind.
All right, so there you go. You saw the video and the injury report. And look, if the Seahawks are going to continue to win their fourth straight game and second over the Cardinals, they're gonna have to have another great defensive game in terms of stopping the Cardinals run game. Against the Cardinals, the first game, they held them to just 49 rushing yards, and that's a pretty big feat if you consider that the Cardinals were ranked 6th in the NFL in rushing. Also, the other thing is the Seahawks offensive line has to keep Geno upright. In the first game, the Cardinals got to Geno 5 sacks, 8 quarterback hits. And the Cardinals, even though they lost 22-23 against the Minnesota Vikings, they had what? 5 sacks and 8 hits in that loss. So the Cardinals defense is ready to go. What's needed here is that the Seahawks are gonna have to play fast in offense and score early and stay away from the miscues. All right, one quick note on Jaelon Darden. He had 22 punt returns for 234 yards and also 4 kickoff returns for 97 yards when he was with the Browns this year. So he's on task to see whether it'll be him or whether it'll be Ken McIntosh or Zach Charbonnet there. But, you know, you got to wonder that maybe it is Jordan that they're going to have back there in punt return. But we shall see. From the VMAC in Renton, Amaz Vida Mar here, the CascadiaSports.net report. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for subscribing.